Hey, hi everyone. I'm Jerry Sandlin. Um, people want to know what I'm doing. Maybe they don't. Um, but anyway, really, here's what the truth is that you see a lot of people that make like various kinds of media, and they've actually made a lot more media than they're saying, and many times a lot of that work has not been mentioned, so or you're not aware of it or have not seen it on the internet. Um, so what I'm saying is that you know, like Jerry Sandlin is just an idea. Jerry Sandlin is just a concept. But if there were to be a jerrysandlin.com or a jerrysandlin.net or etc., and then there was the Jerry Sandlin Show, so on and so forth. So all I'm saying is that people think it's disingenuous or think somehow that just because I'm lying about the name that I don't think people have a right to know my real name if I don't want to use it online, and that you know. But then again, maybe it would be better for people if they just used like biometric passwords or fingerprints, so that there wouldn't be any question of who it was online. So then maybe it wouldn't be so confusing, and maybe somebody could actually make some money. So anyway, people might be wondering why, like I'm walking around as I make a video. And what I found out that it was kind of difficult to talk continuously, like I do in many of these videos, while exercising. Because as you can see, I'm a little bit out of breath. And I'm talking about pretty consistent exercise. So, this is just one of the exercise techniques I'm doing. And so, it is kind of boring. What else can we talk about? I mean, it's not if you feel like you're making progress, but if you probably don't believe anything I'm saying, so that's fine. But like, here's another thing that my dad insists that my mom do. She has to buy all my clothes. Like, I can go with her shopping. You're talking to somebody like just a few years ago. Like, I mean, it has been a while, but like 4 years ago, I had like a 3,000 square foot house in a really nice area of town. I had maybe 3,500 square feet. A nice area of town. I had a nice SUV Lexus, and I had a whole studio. No, I had really a bunch of computers, or a studio, whatever, and or whatever. I had a microphone. I had a lot of software on those computers, and it just was just so funny how all of a sudden my friend from high school just happened to live down the street, and that's just, I don't appreciate that happened, and I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess you know. I guess that's just what happens if I don't know. That just doesn't seem fair to me, and so now I live in an apartment. I don't have those computers anymore. I don't have my car, and it's just like seems to be okay with my parents and everybody else. And nobody seems to wonder why that happened. And so what happened was I let these roommates, move in with me, and things got a little out of control, a little out of hand, and then and they sort of wanna. Okay, what happened? What happened was I put my arm around his girlfriend, just, it was like a weekend or whatever, and then he like freaked out and just went psycho. And anyway, it ended up where I'm not going to tell you the whole thing, but the bottom line was that it was a big mistake, but I had to I had run out of money, and my dad wouldn't give me any money, and I mean, there's a lot of different things, and I had been working with my mom and just doing different things, but all of a sudden he wouldn't. So he kind of set all that up, and then all this stuff happens, and then I asked him, hey, when do you think I can get a car? And he said, oh, probably in a couple years or something. I'm like, look, I don't drink and drive. I don't know like what the problem is, but I don't want to. That's something I need. It doesn't have to be the nicest car, but just because I was riding my bike, but I guess so now all I have is a bike. Okay, my whole life I've had a car, so now all of a sudden I guess I don't need to drive anywhere. I don't need to. I mean really. So that's something that is important to me. So I guess I feel like, and also these computers, because that was a big investment on my part, and I lost all that along with the files on the computers when this one guy. There's actually 3 people living with me, and this one guy. So he had sold me his computer, and then he like tried to steal it back from me, and wait a second, that's not. Anyway, I don't know. Several people. I don't know, man. But the point is, that's all over and done with and everything. But I guess it's just frustrating having to But I just whatever. So I guess I was hoping that wondering or thinking that by making these videos, maybe the media or someone will look into this to find out what is going on with all this, because it's just unfair. So, and then so much stuff has happened that that I would talk about, but it might just make the situation worse if I mention it. So, but anyway, I don't know. But anyway, one good thing is, like I said, in a few months not a few months, whenever. But I was gonna buy some more computers, or one more computer. But I had been thinking, I'm not sure what brand computer or what company. And I think that I don't know. I looked on Amazon.com, and I've ordered a lot of stuff from there. And I also asked my dad for a watch there's only $12.99 on Amazon, but it was just a really nice watch. But I guess so. He's not texting me back, but I guess I'll talk to him next week. But what's sad about it is that the only contacts I have is my mom and my dad. Maybe because of all the stuff that has happened, but it's just pathetic. And I mean, I don't know if they're responsible for that, or I'm responsible for that, or what. But some of that might be just the fact that I don't have a car. But all I'm saying is, I had a car. I mean, so yeah. So I guess that's sort of the risk you take. But what I think the best thing would be is if I could just get a car, get some money, preferably from my dad. I mean, um, and then do whatever work I do, and I think that. I mean, I guess there's a lot of things I could do, but it's just an interesting economic situation. So, um, but yeah. So I guess so. All I really have to do lately is just exercise and stuff, and just kind of bored and a little upset about some of the things that have happened in my life, and just just was making a video for no reason, really a depressing video. All of a sudden I'm depressed, huh? I wonder why. But like I said, speaking of that, I'm really hoping that I can get some kind of stimulant, because if you didn't know, a stimulant actually can help with depression, and I mean it has for me. So when I don't have some kind of, I mean I'm not, I mean even coffee to some extent, but not really, right? I mean that's great, but like okay, I don't know what I'm saying. So I guess I need to think about the way I say things. But my point is that I'm just wondering. I mean, it's really tough being a young person trying to pay for a doctor just so you can work. Because my situation, I mean, a lot of times working somewhere is the only way to do it effectively and be good at your job is to take some kind of medication to stay awake. I mean, or you can buy like caffeine pills or like, uh, but I guess that might not be a problem for everyone, but it's sort of a problem for me. And sure, yeah, exercise. I think you can safely use a stimulant. You can and you know and still exercise, but somewhat many times you don't have to exercise as much because I mean I don't know because I guess what I'm saying is, you know what? I don't know, but I feel like if I'm working, I just want the stuff that I asked for, and I don't know who else to ask except for the stockholders of Google. Who's the CEO? Sundar Pichai. That's what's he doing for me? Well, I mean, if you want any more videos, I need you to um. These could be a lot better. Also, I could make if I had the tools or whatever, I could add images and text and video clips, and that'd seem a lot more professional. But I guess nobody's interested in doing that. And if you were, I could prove that I could do it if I just had just whatever money it takes to do that, which I do know how much it costs. But I don't know. I feel like I'm working really hard and not getting much back from what I'm doing, and I'm tired of it.